Hello, and welcome one and all to Life on the Flipside here on the Crafty Keela channel. I'm here, sadly, without my co-host. He is in the chat. I see you there in the chat. So I'm gonna go over a little bit about what happened, and why he isn't actually on the stream, because it's frustrating. It's very frustrating to be in that position. So basically what happened was he got a particularly vicious malware on his computer, and it's basically destroyed everything. So if you want to talk to him about it, I think WhatsApp is the best way. He's in my Discord on a new server, or under a new name. So if you want to talk to him and try help him out, please do so, and he will kill me for saying it. But everybody needs help from time to time. And if you can help him out, I do encourage, even just to badger him about staying around, because we need him around. So yeah, that's what's been happening. Sadly, Reason is in the chat just for today. I will be working with him to try and get him back onto the stream, because he needs to be on the stream, because I said so. All right, so sadly, because of the last 2-3 weeks I've been off on holidays, I haven't heard from 420 Atheist. So if he comes into the stream, he or she or they, I don't know I genuinely don't know who they are. But if they come into the stream today, maybe we can get them on another time. So yay! So everybody say hello to Reason in the chat. The other person that's on that I roped in, despite a big firm game. Fuck you, is Taddy. Hey, Taddy.
Hello, good after evening, good morning, good night, good whatever the fucking time of fucking day it is, whatever, or night it is, wherever the fuck you are. And yeah, boss, I cannot believe you're roping me in. There's a bloody old firm game on. It's 1-1, and Otto, I don't know if you heard me shite myself there through the intro, but Celtic nearly scored. So, yeah. Hello, folks. Morning.
So for anyone that doesn't know, we did speak about this a while ago on another stream, just ripping the piss out of Taddy because it's fun. So Old Firm game is Rangers, and obviously they're up against Celtic. And for anyone who doesn't know, the equivalency is like looking at Northern Ireland in the Troubles. Never the two shall mix. And it's weird because Celtics fans would be usually traditionally Irish-based Glaswegians, and Rangers would be like, I don't know what you would call them, Taddy. But not Irish.
I would call them the famous, is what I would call them. But no, they would be more of the Northern Ireland loyalist side of things.
Yeah. But I'm a weirdo because I'll watch any game. I'm not huge into football, so I don't really give a shit. But I remember, like, for a long time, you'd support, obviously, Ireland in big cups. You'd support Ireland, then Scotland, then Wales, then maybe France. Maybe. That has changed since the whole handball thing with Thierry Henry. But we'd still kind of go for the French over the English. Sorry. No offense, people who are English, but, you know, this is sport. Those old divisions run deep. But then on the opposite side, coming from Dublin, we'd still hear a lot about Celtic. And I never fully understood the dynamics between Celtic and every other football team in Scotland. I genuinely didn't understand it until you got really upset with me one day. And I was like, oh, so you're a Celtics fan? No.
Here. Folks have died for us, man, I tell you. No. No, thankfully, it is quite a insidious thing within Glasgow, actually, the Old Firm. And folks do take it too seriously. Thankfully, I managed to grow out of that in my youth, and I can actually just watch it as a game. But yeah, it does. On occasions, it does kind of grip you a wee bit. It has to be said, and
Sometimes.
I know in myself I do get carried away when I'm
It's
watching
been
the
fun.
football.
It has been fun because I've been able to wind you up because Celtic has been top of the league.
Go away.
Tusk for Tree Pan says BAMS is the word you're looking for. Do you want to explain that?
Bams. When you were looking for a word to describe the Rangers fans, Bams. Bams is Bampots.
Okay.
It's short for Bampots. Nutters, idiots, and wankers. Fucking.
No comment. No comment.
Yeah, me basically.
Oh, apparently Clive Wells is offended because I said something bad about the English. It's not about the English. It's just about sport.
The sport.
War and sport. We can't really see ourselves, supporting the English. I'm sorry. Well, I can't. I nearly did. When it was because here's the thing: when it came to the Six Nations, if England beat France, then that meant Ireland won the cup, won the entire competition, and I still couldn't bring myself to support the English against the French. I don't know what it is. I can't believe I've even been roped into that sectarianism, but I just couldn't. You were watching the match with me, Tay. I could not actually bring myself to support an English team.
It was wonderful watching the dissonance in action.
It was hard. It was really difficult watching it.
Oh, the conflict, the confliction in your face was real. It was wonderful.
Because in the one hand, if England won, then that meant we won the entire competition, and in the other hand, if France
England won.
I just couldn't. I just couldn't bring myself to support them. I'm sorry. Now, that being said, I was raised on English football teams, watching English football teams, and Arsenal would be the football team I would have supported. Most of my family were divided between Manchester United, and Liverpool. And then there was like a few of us that just liked Arsenal.
Fuck.
What happened?
2-1 Celtic.
Yay! Go Celtic!
Fuck off.
Come here. I just support Celtic because it annoys you and it's fun.
It really annoys me. Go away.
So what happens then? What happens if Celtic wins this, and what happens if Rangers wins this?
If Rangers, I can't mind. Is it Gap's 3 points at the top? I can't mind. If it Gap's 3 points and Rangers win, then we go level. And if Celtic win, then they increase their lead by 3 points, basically. And if it's a draw, then it stays the same. But
aren't you only halfway through? So there's still a lot of.
There's 8 games left in the season.
Oh.
There's another Old Firm game coming up in the league, and there's also an Old Firm Cup game coming up. But it's all about bragging rights within the city, man. See, tomorrow, if I go into work tomorrow and the Rangers have lost, and all the Celtic fans in the work will be giving us absolute pelters for the next,
of course,
until the next game. It's the way it goes, and it's the way it should be.
So what exactly started the divisions there between Celtic and Rangers?
What exactly started it? It all came to do... It's a bone of contention. As far as I understand it, and to my reckoning, it all came to do with the independence and the independence movement in the early 1920s. Prior to that, there had been the potato famine and obviously the the immigration of the Irish en masse out of Ireland for very good bloody reasons.
Mm-hmm. Peter Nuttall says, who cares? They just do it all again the next time.
It's very true. Very true. But so it started with that, and at the time it caused a wee bit of friction because Scotland was a very Presbyterian country, and the immigrants from Ireland that were coming in were predominantly of the Roman Catholic faith, although there was those from the north of Ireland who had decided to stay, or who had I don't know how that actually came about, voted or whatever, but the 6 counties in the north decided that they wanted to stay part of the UK, and there was the partition of Ireland and all that good stuff. Is partitions always happen? Good stuff always happens with them. Caused a lot of bad feeling and what have you in the 1920s. That was around about the time also the Great Depression, mass unemployment and what have you. There was mass gangs on the street, razor gangs, all the rest of it. Slum housing had to do with it. The fact that the Catholics were kind of like, when they came over, they were all sort of like forced into the east end of the city where all the kind of like older housing was and all the slum housing, so it kind of kept them together. But interspersed amongst that were we, for want of a better word, Protestant enclaves. So you had the two rival factions living cheek by jowl since that, and it all came about from religious bigotry from there, and never the twain shall meet since. It came to its head really 60s, 70s, 80s. There was the infamous Scottish Cup final in 1980 when there was running battles on the pitch between fans.
Yikes.
Police on horses and what have you, having to come onto the pitch to control it.
And that's on YouTube.
Yeah, that's on YouTube. After that, alcohol was banned from every football stadium in Scotland. They blamed it on the bevy.
The last time I was over in Scotland, which was the last week, there's signs on the doors in some of the pubs. Yes, because people know I went to Scotland for 2 weeks. Yay, it was awesome. But there's signs on some of the pubs that you're not allowed wear your football colours in.
All pubs in Glasgow.
All pubs. Is it just in Glasgow or is that throughout Scotland?
Outside of Glasgow, it still can be prevalent, but not as much. But certainly within Glasgow, you would not wear your football colours. You would not wear your colours in a pub. You won't get in a pub wearing your colours unless it is a supporters bar.
That's amazing. It's just fascinating to me because I've never grown up in that kind of sectarianism, and it's just so normalised for so many people that you can go and play pool, but don't talk about football.
Yeah, football, religion. One of the worst, it's an old meme in Glasgow. When you meet someone, what school do you go? You don't want to ask someone what their religion is. You don't ask them that, but you go for a job or that, and it was always based on that, the old sectarian and bigotry divisions and what have you. And you never asked them like what your name was or anything like that, or what religion you were. You always ask, what school did you go to?
Because that'll tell you, basically.
Because that'll tell you. Because we had the separate faith schools. The Catholic, or the Catholic schools are always like St Mungo, St Anne's, St Aloysius, St whatever. Whereas all the non-denominational, in inverted commas, predominantly Presbyterian Protestant schools were all like Drumchapel High, or just named after the place, Govan.
Tuska saying in places like Lark Hall, sorry. I'm not even going to try pronounce some of these.
Lark Hall, Airdrie and Kilmarnock.
You can never wear football colours or support any team you like as long as it's Rangers.
As long as it's Rangers. This is true. Yeah, you can.
As long as it's
true. As long as it's Rangers.
So basically those
that's
three
what I'm saying,
districts.
There's enclaves in Lark Hall. I think it was the Subway in Lark Hall. Subway's colours, or corporate colours, famously green background, yellow and white writing, which happened to be the Celtic colours, green, white and yellow. Not in Lark Hall, it's not.
Interesting.
Not in Lark Hall, it's not, because the sign get damaged that much. The green man that lets you cross the road, and the traffic lights the green men have got cages in them, wire mesh, to stop them getting panned in. This is true in Lark Hall, Airdrie and Kilmarnock, but equally you've got the likes of the other side of the coin. You could turn around and say Croy and Cumbernauld and all that. There's right Celtic in Royston, right Celtic places that that's exactly the same, but the other side of the coin.
I was watching a video there the other day, and the reason why I refused to kind of try and like pronounce some names is because I was watching this video, and it was like 10 places to visit in Scotland.
If it was an
And
American that was giving it, then my God, I tell you now, he pronounced
exactly,
every single one of them
exactly,
wrong.
exactly. Glasgow. How badly does your heart sink when people call your city Glasgow?
Let's cow. Oh God, I no. It really bugs me. It really does. It kills. A little bit of me dies every time I hear it. But then again, the same could be said when I hear them say Edinburgh.
Yes.
Oh
We
my
have
God.
a place over here called Dunleary, and it's a seaside town. It's a tourist town, but nobody knows how to pronounce it when they come over because it's DUN. It's an Irish. It's Australia, and it's
Right.
Laoighaire, and so nobody knows it. So they
Dunleary,
try
something
to.
to do with the Fortress of the King.
There's about 15 different ways people try to pronounce it. And every time I hear someone try to pronounce Dunleary other than Dunleary, like my soul dies a little bit. So that's why I was like, I'm not going to try to pronounce these. It's not nice.
If I go, Tusk's actually put a good one in. Glasgow, do you mean Glasgow? To be honest with you, mate, to my eternal fucking shame, I cannot speak the Gaelic. I don't have the Gaelic, and I reckon you should drag him on so he could teach me how to pronounce that.
I think
And I
Tusk
know,
needs to actually give you lessons in how to
and I
pronounce
know at some
in Gaelic.
point, the thing with the Gaelic is, I know at some point, Glasgow, Glasgow, fantastic, thank you. And I know at some point it lineates as well. I need to work out the lineation rules for Gaelic, but other than that, but yeah, he does need to teach me. Brora.
Okay.
Neil. East Coast town called Brora.
Oh,
When it pronounced Crona. Brora. Crona.
Annabelle.
Aye.
Annabelle P says, I'm off to Loch Lomond in June to stay in a log cabin on the loch. Can't wait. Only downside
Nice.
is the midges.
Oh, the midges. Oh, the midges will kill you every time, man. They'll eat you alive.
A
Fantastic. A
decent
good
bug
one.
spray. You'll be fine.
Oh no
They
the midges,
feed on the bug
no the
spray.
Highland mid, no the Highland midgie. The one thing I have found that works though, in all seriousness, Annabelle, is citronella.
What the fuck
They
is that?
fucking hate citronella.
What is that?
Tricky bush. Oh, you've got to get that. Oh.
TV brush.
Oh, the
For
best I've
crying
heard.
out.
You brush for Tina Bruce. Oh, brilliant. Tiggy brush. Oh, Tina Bruce.
Ouch. So maybe place names should be spelled properly then. They are spelled properly, just in their own language. That's the difference. It's like someone going to France and saying, "Can you not spell them in English?" No. Do you know what I mean? It depends on what you think spelled properly means. Because there is a culture, there is a heritage when these names were placed for these place names, and they did follow the rules of their language. Yeah, you wouldn't go to someone in Italy and say, "Come on, lads, spell it properly. Spell Rome properly. Spell pizza properly." Do you know what I mean? Spell it in English. That's not proper. English is a relatively new language.
Oh, English is a bastardisation of languages.
This is
Bit
true,
of
but it's a
German, bit
relative
of
new one.
French, or not so much German, but Anglo-Saxon, Saxon, and bit of French, bit of Latin, bit of this, bit of that, bit of the other.
But it's one of the newest languages in the world.
I mean, what is the French for entrepreneur? You know, I mean, come on.
But I just think it's interesting when, because I've heard people say that as well. Why can't they just spell it like it sounds? No, it's called culture. And if you're going to explore someone else's culture, learn it. That's why you go to experience someone else's culture. It's to learn the culture that you're not used to. So I like the fact that they challenge people's perception of words. But unfortunately, a lot of people come at words from their own perspective and they can't really see outside of it. Yes, exactly, Tusk. Scots predates English as a language by about 300 years. At least, I would imagine.
No, it's round about that.
What happened?
It's round about that.
Like
Over
at
two
one
nations,
stage,
Scotland was founded first.
English was not allowed to be written. It was only Latin. And what changed English into being a written language was the King James Bible.
The printing press, William
No,
Caxton.
the King James Bible was the first English literary text that had the permission to be written.
Or printed.
It's a weird one, but before that, everything was. You might have spoken it in English, but it was written in Latin. Before that point,
that was still given in Latin in the chapels until what, the 1960s, was it?
I have no idea. No idea. What about Chaucer? What about Chaucer? Chaucer would have written or would have spoken English. But it wouldn't have been
Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah. But his poems were translated into English as far as I was aware.
The worst bit about King James is obviously he was a fucking Scottish king.
Yeah.
First king of England, Scotland, and as it was at the time, Ireland.
Yeah, as it was at the time.
As it was at the time. Oh, it's just kind of two bits now.
But a lot of the famed
I've got
English
to be careful
poets,
what I'm saying in this city today.
but a lot of the famed English poets before that point would have been either not sanctioned, in which case they could have been arrested for writing in English, or they were Latin later translated into English. So, it's a weird one. It's a weird one, but the King James Bible was the first authorized English text, or text written in English. What is he saying? Tusk, first king says, "Fucking who? Take your crown and fuck off your post."
Brilliant.
Yeah, I have that opinion of everyone who is royal. Take your crown and fuck off.
Can't mind who it was. Some comedian turned around and said, "I am only royal because," probably Terry Pratchett in a book, just because he was king because his ancestors were bigger murdering bastards than my ancestors.
Quite possibly. But the other thing that happened this weekend, because there's a lot to catch up on, I suppose. But the other thing that happened this weekend was, did anyone watch the top left thing that was happening? Anyone in the chat watching that stuff? Because I didn't follow it at all. Mainly because I think it was, well, I wasn't interested. I'm gonna be honest. And the other reason why I think it was unfortunate that they left Huge Arse out of it, because it was Huge Arse's idea to do a follow-up to Dumbfuck of the Year. So I do think it's unfortunate that the larger creators just basically steamrolled over a smaller creator saying, well, it's our idea now. Personally speaking, I thought that was bullshit. So I wasn't following it at all. But for those of you who weren't watching it, it was a weird thing because Planner Walk and FTFE were both nominated.
Eh?
Both Planner Walk and FTFE were in the top 20.
Okay.
Which is, wow. And the other thing was that they weren't really, they didn't really do much in terms of people who had already won Dumb Fuck of the Year. It was just anyone who was being nominated. And then it was like, thumbs up, views, 1 point per view and 5 or 10 points per thumbs up. And they were doing it both on MC Toon's channel and FTFE's channel, which again is a very strange way of doing it. Just as it was fun when it was still Dumb Fuck of the Year. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, in some way. I mean, people who are still flat earthers or still conspiracy theorists are still that way, and yeah, sometimes it's cathartic to just point and laugh. Was I streaming at the? Oh, I was finishing up my Oscars thing on Friday. I did try, but then like conversation happened. I had a guest. Steven from Cider and Port came on, and it was cool. Mallory should have won. Where did Mallory come? Because I know, right, so the top 3 for anyone who didn't see it. Yeah. Okay. So, sorry, before I go there, Annabelle is asking, it was originally done, Dumb Fuck of the Year was originally done by Reds in January. Is this a different one? For obvious reasons, I don't watch them. Yes. Because Reds fall from grace and he's fucked off the internet except to come on and fucking give us 2 cents about being Steve's butt buddy. Because of all of that, he obviously wasn't in a position to host such an award. And so Huge Arse had the idea of picking up and doing something where Dumb Fuck of the Year ended, and was asking people for submissions. And because obviously he's a smaller creator and some of the larger creators didn't get behind him, instead they just took over. And I don't like that shit. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like that shit. The better thing would have been to, in my view, would have been to invite Hugh in and help him with it, and still include him. And I would have liked for them to do that. Instead, some of the creators just took over and had their own little Dumb Fuck of the Year and called it Top Left. Why they called it Top Left, I have no idea. I think it was to do with the Dunning-Kruger curve. But yeah, it's not a great name. It's not really catchy at all, in my view. Now, this might be me just being controversial, but I didn't think it was a great name. And so for the first, I think it was, I know the first 3 who came in third was Sleeping Warrior, which he got the last Dumb Fuck of the Year. I don't think he should have gotten up that far. But Sleeping Warrior was third, Raichi was second, and Mitchell from Australia came first. So, spoiler, but yeah, I don't know. I know Mitchell from Australia, and I know Raichi because Raichi is a fucking pain in the ass. Like, but I don't know. Exactly,
Yeah,
Annabelle.
I've not followed it at all this year, to be quite honest with you. For me, the whole fucking flat earth thing is not so much, it's no dead. I appreciate that it's still going on and rumbling away, but fucking, nah, bored of it. My
A lot of
interest
people
level in
are.
it is my interest level in it is, dare I say, flat.
Like there was Ken Wheeler, Hip Hop Hippie. Is Hip Hop Hippie still going? Is G Man still going? Bev, Multi Tom Tom, Dell. I think Dell should win every year because wow. Kyle
Ooh.
Adams, Kyle Adams with his Flat Earth Institute that doesn't actually exist.
Don't
Uh,
even know who that is.
Kyle Adams is the one that thinks birds breathe out their wings.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
Oh, Birdman.
Birdman. Phuket Word. Does he even do anything anymore?
Pass. As I say, I've not seen it and fucking nothing to do with that in long enough, man.
Like I know Witsit does, and I know CC does. I got FTFE to let Ranty slap him Will Smith style sometime in the future. The less I say about FTFE, the better. Well, copyright claiming copyright would be what? What about copyright claim, Neil? But yeah, I didn't watch it, but I did like. I went back and just saw the top 3 because effort. For me as well, it's getting very tedious to want to look at flat earthers and stuff. Conspiracy theories, yeah, but for those of you who didn't actually see my live stream on Friday, which I don't blame you because not everyone is interested in the Oscars. But for those of you who didn't watch my live stream, I'll let you know here now. The reason why I haven't been around as much is because I'm pregnant and I've had to step back and kind of look after myself a little bit more. So that's why there hasn't been as much content on my channel as there should be. Because I just
Yay.
either I can't concentrate or it's just I just so I have something called hypermesis or hyperemesis, whichever you choose to pronounce it. And it's just an extreme form of vomiting. And I'm on the correct medication now, but that took a while. And that was not a fun thing to have. So that's why, like, just zero fucking energy at all. It was amazing that for the flip sides that I did do, that I was actually able to find the energy to do them. But I had an excellent co-host to help me through it.
Now you're stuck with me for this one.
I don't mind that. Vomiting bugs should be spelled how they're pronounced. Well, pregnancy. But there are vomiting bugs without being pregnant. Just saying, like. Oh wow, the stingray has had a daughter on the 24th of December. Congratulations! Wow, that poor child. Imagine your birthday being the day before Christmas. Now, if you don't celebrate Christmas, all the better. But imagine that.
Yeah, it just means you get super presents.
You hope. I'm always ready to help you. But imagine your child's birthday being the day before Christmas. That'd suck.
Well, it should have been Christmas Day itself then.
Oh God. Um, I'm not promising anything. I'm waiting for my second scan. I'm waiting for my second scan before I even think about names.
Oh, Clive, that is fantastic.
But probably not. I'm not sure.
On the baby graces.
I know, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
This is true, Stingray. They'd never be in school, never work a day. Well, you see, right, so baby is due on the August bank holiday, or the bank holiday leading into August. So hopefully, if we time it right. I'm joking. We'll see.
Oh,
Clive
it'll never,
if it's a girl.
it'll be at school. It'll never be at school.
Tusk. No. Just no.
No, Clive Hater.
Peter Nuttall says, one of my grandsons is born Boxing Day. Boxing Day is just as bad. But then that's 2 days of presents. I get that. But how do you then separate between getting the Christmas presents and getting birthday presents? That'd be a nightmare for me.
Easy.
That
Sleep.
would.
Get one,
What do you mean?
Christmas, sleep. Get the other. Not Christmas. Easy. Birthday.
It's clear you've never done Christmas, honey. It's clear you've never done Christmas.
If I
You
have,
don't
I
just
don't
get
remember it.
you don't just get one present for Christmas.
No, but it's
Like,
one day.
that's true. But yeah, Christmas is not that fucking easy. Do you know how many presents that quote Santa Claus brought my niece and nephew this year? Remember last year?
Too many.
Yeah, very much so. Very fucking much so. They had like a huge bag full of presents. And you're just, and like everything from Lego to whatever the fuck it was. Like, it was yikes. It was truly, truly yikes. Ouch.
Hello.
One of my mates was born on February 29th. He never gets a party.
I think my nephew might have been born. My nephew was born sometime round about then. I think it might have been the 29th of February. Can't mind now. Too much paying attention.
Hashtag no baby name for Tusk. That is hilarious. Stingray for £10. Thank you so much. Congrats. My girlfriend won our naming conflict. Our little girl has quite a unique name. Strong woman, still sexy, commanding and take charge, no bullshit, born leader, film character. Are we supposed to try and guess? It's not G.I. Jane, was it? Don't slap me now. Don't slap me. Too soon?
You're terrible. You're
Too
terrible.
soon?
Hashtag too soon. Oh,
What
no. The bald faced cheek of that was just shocking.
Oh, the puns.
The puns are shocking. The puns are shocking. I'll stop now. Boris.
Oh, you are mad. The E in my name is for Enigma. Nice. Well, here's the thing, right? So I spoke to my mom about the whole religion thing, because my family are not the most religious, but they do consider themselves Catholics, and I'm one of the only people in the family who are openly atheist. And we were having this conversation, I think, about christens. And she was like, "Oh, but you have to have a christening." I was like, "No, I don't. No, I don't." And with regards to Christmas, she got so fucking upset with me that I wasn't going to follow down the whole Santa Claus thing. And she's like, "But you have to tell them about Santa Claus. You have to make it magical." I was like, "No, I'm not telling my child there is a man who is watching you all year round to see if you're good, to reward you for quote unquote good behavior. Define good behavior." Like, my nephew has autism, and some of his behavior, being honest, is quite shitty, but you can understand that that is his way of communicating with the world. But in the outside world, that is considered shitty behavior, to have a meltdown because you're not able to deal with your emotions. It's understandable given the condition that he has. But then Christmas comes around and all of the presents are there, and he gets them anyway. So he's just like, who gives a fuck, you know? And the idea that you have to modify your behavior in order to get rewarded by some weird being thing like Santa Claus, it just doesn't fit right with me at all.
You
It's like
should be telling me the Easter Bunny's no real.
I don't want to be going down that road at all, to be honest. The Easter Bunny is definitely real. Yeah, yeah.
Alright then, that's alright. As long as you get me Easter eggs, I'm happy.
I invaded his workshop, and all that's left is like boxes and boxes of previously nicely wrapped Easter eggs. That's gone. You can see really good children getting nothing and bad children getting loads. Not a great lesson.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's
Very
better
true.
ways. A child's drawer? No, I'm not actually. No, I'm not even going to go there. But there are other people, that we know that actually have drawers that they put potatoes in. Not going to name anyone here. Not going to name anyone, but no. Yeah, I'll be having a ceremony. This is what I was trying to explain to my mom. I'll be having a naming ceremony to kind of introduce my family when the baby is born, but I won't be going through the whole christening thing. I was like, you can have the party without having the child christened. Like, you can do that. That's actually a thing. It's a presentation ceremony.
It's allowed.
Yes. Yes, E-Man. E-Man understands. E-Man understands. I want all the chocolate. I do. I love chocolate a bit too much. Like, but yeah, that's the plan. I got into a really big discussion about Christmas, and she was like, oh, but you play along for your sister's children, and I'm just sitting there like, but they're not my children. They're her children. And my sister was sitting on a chair. I was like, they're her children. And it's not for me to tell her how to raise her children. I just have to be respectful of her beliefs and her
Yep.
parental style. Doesn't mean I have to have it for myself. But she was freaking out that it's like, but. I was like, no. That's end of discussion. No christening. No Santa Claus bullshit. No. Now, I'll teach them about it as a cultural phenomenon, but I won't be like getting them to stay up late, fucking creating all this bullshit for a being
That's
that, quite
mad
frankly,
fuss.
yeah.
Right, so what excuse are you going to put for the security camera in the bedroom? Because that's the normal one, is to use Santa's camera, so.
Like, I need a fucking excuse. My house, my rules. That's my excuse. That'll be my excuse.
Your house is not a democracy.
No. Like with everything else, you can do whatever the hell you like with your own child. It's no one else's business unless you're not fit to be a parent. That's a different. Exactly. And I think it was more fear because she's never experienced anyone who hasn't grown up without I don't know, not even a Christian lifestyle, but a religious background. She's never met anyone and talked to anyone in depth about how they experience the holidays. And we can respect people's beliefs, but we can't force them down other people's throats. And that's what she was trying to do. And she didn't even realize that's what she was trying to do. She's like, but it was out of fear because she didn't want my child to miss out, which is understandable. But there are better ways to make your child behave during the year than say Santa Claus isn't going to come to you. And there's better ways to experience the holidays than just make it about commercialization and how many presents have I got. For me, Christmas, one of the reasons why I still kind of celebrate with my family is that family aspect. You know, I remember
That's
waking
it.
up Christmas morning and the entire family, and I mean, my mum is one of 11 children, and all 10 of them with their children would be down in my nanny's house um having Christmas dinner and playing poker for like pennies, you know. And then when we were old enough, we got to join the poker table, and it was just family time. And we never got that family time because everyone was so busy in their day-to-day
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
And so for me, that's what it's about. It's about spending time as a family where you just don't get the time all year round. And hello, Sir Little Wolf. Welcome to the madness. Um, but yeah, so she got very upset with me. She got very upset with me.
Oh yeah. I could see why she would get upset with you, but I've never been christened or baptised or
Heathen.
gone near water. Oh, absolute heathen. Absolute heathen. But yeah, and it's never really sort of like held me back. But thankfully, although my family obviously have come from the Presbyterian side of things, thankfully, my immediate family weren't too involved with all that.
Mm,
Probably in so much as the fact that I'm first generation Glaswegian.
yeah.
So they've even though in Glasgow it's quite bad, the outside of Glasgow the whole religion is not as big a thing where it is within the city. But my ma just never seen the point in me
Yeah.
getting baptised or that, and yeah, I cannot fault her in any way, shape, or form for it.
I mean, you didn't miss out. You had a decent childhood. You have happy memories, and it's a weird thing that people with
I was
religious
loved by
doctrine.
I was loved by a family.
Yeah.
I mean, in the scale of things, that's a win in my book.
Ooh. Eddie says my dad was brought up Jehovah's Witness, so he's very, very into Xmas now. But the family,
Gather,
the other
the fam,
side,
but
um,
aye, the family gathering side, yeah,
yeah, we all do a Secret
good time.
Santa, and now all the kids are old enough. Yeah, yeah. For me, it's just about family and just taking the time out, taking the few days out just to catch up, because we live in such a cynical world, and we live in such a hurried world that it's nice not to have that kind of pressure just for a day or two.
No, it's good just to unwind and chill, catch up with your family, even the relatives you don't like, I suppose, and you don't get on with that well. It's good just to needle them for a bit, if nothing else.
Yeah.
As I say, Christmas for me for the last decade at least, I've just sat myself in my house, not looking for sympathy or bugger all because I don't want it, but that's all I've done, and it's been absolute fucking bliss. Because it has, it's been absolute bliss. Silence.
No, I've never had a Christmas without family being around. Um, to an extent, like when I was down on the farm, I was the one cooking the Christmas dinner.
Hmm.
You know,
No, because
um,
my mag was down to my sisters, and they all congregate down there.
so you get a bit of peace.
I get a bit of peace and quiet for a bit. Which, as I say, Christmas Day is silent. It's wonderful.
I don't know. I don't know. For me, it would be strange not to have people around. But To each their own. How do you guys spend your Christmas, or Hanukkah, or whatever
And while we're
religious
talking about
ceremony
it,
you choose?
and while we're talking about it, happy Ramadan to anyone that's going on.
Yes.
So I think that's
Is it
kicked off.
Ramadan now?
I think it's kicked off. It's due to kick off soon, if it's not already done so. It was either yesterday or today. It kicks off.
April
Last I heard.
1st. Begins April 1st, ends Sunday, May 1st. So, yeah, happy Ramadan and best of luck. I remember because our school had Catholic patronage. So like they'd come in on Ash Wednesday.
What, in Ireland? No, surely not.
But they'd come in Ash Wednesday and just put ashes on your head. And be
Right.
like, yeah, and then Lent. Oh jeebus. What are you giving up for Lent?
Religion. Fuck off.
What they'd also do is they'd give you a trocar box for Lent, right? And they'd get very, very upset.
A choke what? Sorry? Hold on.
Trocara.
Oops,
Before you even start. What's the match?
Which one of them?
What's the score of the match?
That's off. Still 2-1. Which one of them?
Trocara is a Catholic charity, quote unquote, for the third world countries. And they give you this little paper box that you have to put like money into that you've saved up for whatever it is. So if you've gone off chocolate, the money that you would have spent on a chocolate bar,
chocolate, you stick it in the
you
box.
stick it in the box. And they got very upset with me when I was given a bag of like 1 and 2 pence pieces because it was Irish punt at the time. And I just like slapped half of it in there. And then they got very upset. It's like, why is it only 1s and 2s? It's like, that's all I could have. That's all I have. Like, it's like you ask for, and because I was brought up in a lone parent house, so we didn't have that much to give.
Yeah.
And she was, and the nun who was in charge of it was and she wasn't actually part of the school. She just came in to pick up the fucking boxes. And she was like, what about the poor baby starving in Africa? But what about me? I'm poor and I have no food. So like, why should I worry about them when I'm starving too? So fuck off. Like, she got very upset.
You're getting more sunshine, more vitamin D.
But like the night before, because it was so hard at times for my mom, the night before, we knocked all of the lights off in the house and we had the fire lighting and a big, like, I think we actually had 2 blankets, like duvet covers that we pulled off my mom's bed and our bed, one of either me or my sister's beds. And we were sitting around the fire just trying to keep warm. We didn't have central heating. We couldn't afford the electricity at one stage. So we were trying to save on electricity. So it was one of those things where we were huddled in front of the fire. We moved the couch right next to the fire. There was no TV, and we just told stories to each other. And that was in the 90s. That wasn't even in the 70s or 80s when people were genuinely hard going. This is in the 90s. This is in the mid 90s. And then, so that was the night before I brought in the box, and she was like, yeah, well, it's like, we didn't have electricity all day in my house yesterday, and you're asking me to give to other people? I don't have anything to give. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like charities, is because the idea of a service is that you're owed. So, again, you can get into the idea of being owed something. But the idea of a service, a public service, is that the state owes this to its citizens, basic human rights to its citizens. Whereas a charity, you have to beg for it and you have to be grateful. And that idea of being grateful to a charity that looks down its nose at you just really fucking frustrates me.
If it looks down its nose at you, aye.
But we're going to start Spot the Goat now, so yay, we've made it.
What? Where you are? What?
Spot the Goat! Yeah. Sorry, a non-run extortion racket. That's what Choker was, basically. Sorry. But yes, spot the goat, folks. Spot the goat. Yay! Reason might be coming in. He might have gotten his stuff sorted, so enough for him to come in anyway, because we need that. We definitely need that. He needs that. He deserves that. So, but yeah, exactly, your pal. It's not how much you gave; it's that you gave in the first place. But these people who have never had to struggle for anything really in their lives then look down their nose at you when you can't actually give. And what's remarkable is like people who are in the worst positions in life are usually the first people who would give when they have it. What little we have, we share. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of mentality you grow up. And when so we had the Celtic Tiger in Ireland, and when the Celtic Tiger burst, my mom was like, "We've never seen anything but recession. Why should we be worried?" You know, it's a weird thing. That's why I don't like charities, because it's the mentality that you have to beg for something, for basic human rights, and be grateful while others have so much wealth and so much power, and it's not good. It doesn't sit well with me. My internet is so slow. The only goat is the one on the title screen in a cloud floating around Keela's avatar. Tatty for 333 for the goat choker box. The what? You mean the troker box?
Oh, troker. I could have sworn
Goat
you said
choker
choker.
box. The goat choker.
I could have sworn you said choker box.
Please don't choke goats. It's not nice.
Oh no, definitely don't, because I've got a funny feeling you won't come off very well in that encounter.
What have you ever had one of those weird situations where, like, weird traditions that you've been forced into accepting?
I mean, weird traditions. I mean, we're not talking David Cameron-esque, whereby I need to put my cock in a fucking dead pig's mouth and
No.
anything like that. No, never been indoctrinated into any societies or anything. Never joined any clubs of any sort. You know me, I'm an antisocial bastard. Trying to think. No, apps. Not other than going to the football, getting pissed, fighting with the local schools. Your local stuff.
So other than sport, no.
But no.
Ooh. I'm a trustee of a charity. But that's because I'm a member of the governing body of my college. It's an educational charity. Yeah, I mean, there's a group called St. Vincent de Paul over here, and again, it's a Catholic charity. And I went for help. So when I started university, you can get what's called back to education allowance, and it's basically like a dole payment for going back to university. I became Muslim to stay with my longest mate. Fair play, little wolf. Like, yikes. I mean, that's dedication. That is true friendship. I don't think I'd ever go that far to stay with a friend or to stay with anyone. But then I'm me. I'm a weirdo. I'm antisocial at the best of times. I run an antisocial club, And no, you can't join.
Can't join. Yes.
But I'm one of the most antisocial people. I don't want to join your fucking club, right? Now, Taddy, you're not allowed, because you're on the show today, you're not allowed to
What?
guess. No,
Oh,
you're not allowed to
okay.
guess.
Was that right though?
No.
Oh.
And you should know, since you're the one that did this up today. Yay! We got Steam a cup of reason.
Hello.
You're
Hey,
fucking
dude.
late. You're
What?
late.
Fucking sleeping in, man. Shocking.
He was in here before either one of us. How are you doing, my friend?
Could be better, could be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just doing my best to kind of put it all together, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It absolutely. So, how the fuck did you get malware on your system?
I have no idea. Don't even ask me. I couldn't even tell you.
Your pal, there's 3 pictures in between me and Reason. So you're gonna actually there's 4. You have to be a bit more specific. Come on, specifics, people. Specifics.
What's
Yay!
Notion got to do with it?
You got
Reason
people.
is here.
You got the goat going.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I don't trust Patty though. He probably hid the goat by taking it out back and burying it.
That's
I
a
was
good idea.
monitoring. I was monitoring at every step.
Oh, you were you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, our goat agents are everywhere.
Yeah, Discord may have been the culprit. You never know. You would never know, Peter.
It could very well be. I really don't know.
But it is good to have you here. I've missed you.
I'm glad I managed to figure it out enough to get here. Late, but I'm here.
I mean, again, you were the first. You were one of the first people in the chat.
Well, at least I had access to the internet, so I could at least have that going.
Yeah, I was too lazy. I was like 12:05. Okay, now I'll wake up. I was in that in-betweeny sleep thing where you're between consciousness and unconsciousness, and just like effort of doing anything.
Yeah, I just spent the last hour fighting with Voice Meter just to get this mic to work.
Voice Meter, fucking Voice Meter. Hey, Voice
Don't
Meter.
you just love Voice Meter?
Hate the fucking thing. That's why I'm.
I got it going basic, but
yeah.
all the settings I use for streaming and all that stuff, that's all gone. I got to rebuild everything.
Oh, you'll get there. You have Tatty. Rope Tatty into it.
I have to download OBS first and rebuild the entire set.
Yikes.
Yep, and all the entire folder for the Flipside is gone.
All the elements gone, aye.
Everything. The entire folder for the Pain of Progress is gone. I have to rebuild every video from scratch.
So there'll be some delay.
Yeah, there's going to be a significant delay, and that's why I'm glad I was able to come on, let people know. You know, I know you guys have been waiting for Series 5. Unfortunately,
they can wait. For quality like that. For quality like that, they can wait. Am I right, lads?
You're going to be waiting. You're going to be waiting at least a month and a half or 2 months before I get that ready.
Oh, not a month and a half. Like
no,
people would wait
no,
a
it's too
year
much.
for
It's
that.
too much. Sorry, no, it's too much. I'm not having that. No.
Yes, POP is still on YouTube. The videos are still on YouTube. We're talking about Series 5. So Series 5 is going to be a little bit of a break of sorts from the traditional thing, and it's going to be epic. Second painting from the left of Crafty. Yay, your pal got it.
Nice one.
Good one.
Yay. I get to do this now. So, yeah, the goat was there.
There you go.
And thank you, Taddy, for doing that because, my editing skills,
I appreciate you pulling it up for me because I couldn't do it.
Right.
But, so yeah,
Need
your pal Al.
to do, man, innit?
He's better at editing than I am. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm anyway decent at editing.
Well, I'm nowhere close to ready to reinstall Adobe Photoshop and stuff. I still got to download and reinstall Hit Film.
Yikes.
There's a lot. And all the files, forget it.
But if you want to help him, I know you don't want help, and I know it's a big ask for anyone to actually do help you. But Stephen Cooper Reason does have a PayPal, if you do want to help rebuild his system, because it's going to take a while, and it's especially like you're working full time, and it's all stressful at the moment. And I completely understand the level of stress that you're under. But sometimes it is nice even to get a small helping hand from people. So
it is.
Yeah,
it is. But in the end, it's my problem, and I got to fix it.
This is true to an extent. We can help. We can help. And there are people who are willing to help. So if you can, go onto his PayPal and just donate, or become a Patreon of Pain of Progress, because it's awesome.
I was gonna release the promo for it on the show tonight, but obviously it's gone. I have to rebuild that from the ground up. So that means I got to install Adobe, I got to install Hit Film, and I got to, oh boy.
There's a lot of work to do. There is a lot of work to do. And maybe slow down a little bit, take your time. We will be here waiting. We're not going anywhere.
I appreciate that.
And we can do a proper massive relaunch then.
Yeah.
For season 5.
Yeah. If I can get at least OBS going and do another stream, I might do a special stream to kind of introduce the concept of Series 5 and kind of just get some back and forth with viewers.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Right now, I just got to get the promo rebuilt. I need to get the intro rebuilt, the end credits, those beautiful end credits that you have seen, all gone. I have to rebuild from scratch.
Yeah. That's a difficult one.
Yeah. Thankfully, you had a spare copy of the script for episode 1, so that saves me a little bit of time. But
you'll get there, man.
Yeah. If we have any talented script writers in the chat, let me know if you're interested. If you'd like to volunteer a little bit of time, I might even be able to throw you a little something if I get to that far. But I could sure use some help in that department. Research, I've got Crafty, I've got Taddy, I've got Cheese. So we're good there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, but after the show, Crafty, I do want to talk to you about something else.
Yeah, sure.
Cool, thank you. But it's good to be here, guys. I'm sorry I'm so late, but at least I could join before we had to kill the show. So.
Yeah, I'm thankful for that. Oh, hello.
Good one.
Oh,
wasn't me. Wasn't me.
No. So over the last week or two, baby has started moving and mooching and kicking a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I just felt it just wriggle around. It's a very strange feeling. Very strange feeling.
I'm sure it is. It's going to get even stranger when she grows up to finally figure out who Uncle Reason is.
What do you mean grows up to find out? Baby will know. Baby will know.
She won't be old enough.
From day dot. But yeah, it's a very, very strange feeling.
Yeah, well, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're healthy. I'm glad things are going well.
Oh man.
I'm coming through okay, right?
Yeah. Coming through as usual, actually.
You're coming through nice, man. Audio's nice.
Thank you. At least I did something right today.
Oh man,
I
no, it's
get days like that.
definitely good that you can always get onto our stream and that, mate. Because
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and we'll get
I figured,
you straightened.
like, I knew my hostess with the mostest, my pal, my partner, Crafty, would carry the show, but I could not let her do it alone. This is a team effort right there.
It is. It really is, and that's why I'm happy that I'm so happy that you made it on. Yay!
Yay! And I'll be here next week as well for a normal show.
Whoop.
Whoop, whoop. We got your pal Al on next week, right?
We do.
Cool,
And I have your pal Al on Discord, so I'll send him the link as I usually do, like half an hour before we start.
How about were we not supposed to have 420 Atheists with us?
Well, that's the thing. We did delay it like 3 weeks. I'm sorry, by the way, because I was away on holidays and I was absolutely exhausted. Thinking about trying to do the show and I didn't have my normal setup and it was just so. Yeah.
I'm sure he understands. We can just reach out to him again and see if he's interested in next week.
Yeah. Apparently 420 Atheist was also Remember Sammy Jenkins, which I do know from Math Pig's channel and Critical Cripple's channel. Is anyone lurking? Yes,
Yes,
there's a lot of people lurking.
Yeah, namely you.
Yeah, fucker.
Dora was in early to claim the prime working spot, though.
He pretends to be here for the entire show, but he's actually just come in. No, I'm joking. Good to see you, Colin.
You don't have to share the spotlight, Al. It's big enough for all of us.
Exactly. And that's what this show is about, is to shine a light on people who don't actually get a chance to speak. And you probably won't get a chance to speak unless you tell me to shut the fuck up. So you've seen me today.
Thank fuck. I mean, you didn't even give us a chance to fucking say that.
You have to be cleverer and you have to be fucking faster than that.
But once I get the real reason going again, I'm gonna have my sister on again. So that's something to look forward to, folks.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her onto the Flipside, so you guys can meet her and talk to her.
Yay!
Yay!
Tim Woodcock says, I was hiding out, but losing tech sucks. Hats off to you for making it on. Exactly. And the Mexican Bob says, nope, no lurking here. I think he was lurking. I think there's a few people lurking. There always is. 9 o'clock hero. Look, he did say hello when he first came in, though.
Yeah.
So.
And let's see.
Lurk.
Who else?
I lurk too much.
Yeah, you're always lurking on my streams.
Yes. Yeah. Usually because you do your streams on a Saturday, and
that's
like
right.
half of the time I'm on my way over to my mom's house, and so I'm on a bus, so I'm just like listening.
Yeah, and I know you are, and I appreciate that.
Always.
But I do hope the day comes where you can find time to come on. That would be so cool.
That's the thing. Saturdays is my only day off, so that's usually when I get to spend time with the family.
Yeah, I know.
I try never to lurk. I lurk so much. Like, Dora. Hello, Dora.
Hey, Dora.
Sheltering. But I would watch like 2 or 3 live streams / videos all at the same time.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
But they have to be in times 2 because it drives me crazy. It actually drives me insane. Weirdly enough, listening to people at normal speed. So fair play to you guys for doing it. I have no patience anymore. I think that's what it is. Hence Lurker
Yeah,
Soup Kulais.
probably. Probably.
That's just how my brain works. Very, very fast. And
Yeah,
not very well.
Mine would melt down if I tried to do that.
I can concentrate on 2 or 3 conversations going at once, and I can follow along with them. So long as they're just conversations mainly.
Yeah.
Like if I actually have to watch something, then I have to. It's still on ×2 speed, but I'll focus a little bit more on it. And then I can, if there's graphics and like they're pointing stuff out, then I can only do 2 at once.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if it's just conversational thing or interviews, then I can do 3.
Wow.
My brain would melt.
Yeah, so would mine.
But I'd have them on different volume levels. But I could still follow along with the other 2.
That's a unique skill. I'll tell you that.
It's a weird one. It's a definite weird one.
Yeah.
And it's fucking useless. But I think that's how I got through university. That's one of the ways I got through university is from having that ability to kind of skim listen. Because there was, we were allowed to go in and record the lectures.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would go back and listen to 2 or 3 lectures at a time.
Wow.
Yeah. So it would actually get it into my head because sociology is one of those storytelling professions that are telling a story, especially early sociology. You're telling a story of how society came to this point. And so it is a very storytelling profession. And so it's interesting to be able to, it's a good way of, like a lot of people can skim read. I can't skim read. I can skim listen, but I can't skim read. Like I have to read every word.
Yeah, same here. I'm a very slow reader.
I'm not a slow reader. I can read fast, but I have to read every word. I can't just skim it.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. I can skin read.
Yeah. Sadly, that is a skill that many young people are losing.
I can also read skin.
No comment.
Especially when there's tattoos on it, and that tattoo is in the shape of a quote. I can definitely read skin then.
Yes. Weirdo. Anyway. But yeah, I think that's how I got through university is because I could go back and listen to my lecturers. And the other thing, do we have to look for a baby goat now too? Ooh. You know, a baby goat is just a smaller version of a goat, and I don't think we can get that goat any smaller.
Oh, come on, he's just kidding.
Stop it.
He's just kidding. Oh, come on.
Stop.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on.
No. That's terrible.
Yes.
But yeah. I'm very confused now. I got distracted.
Well, it's coming up on that time there, dear. So
it is. Is there anything you want to say to people?
Well, I just want to get on here, which I struggle doing, but just so I can let people know that I'm still fighting it and I'm slowly inching my way back. It's gonna be a while for the pain of progress. I do apologize for that, but just be patient. I honestly, from the heart, believe that it's worth it. So just hang tough, guys. I'm gonna get Series 5 up and running as quickly as I can. Same goes for The Real Reason. It might be a week or 2 before you see me live again, but I will be coming back. And when I do, I'll have my sister with me, hopefully. In the meantime, it's always good to hear from you guys in the Discord. Right now, that's really the only thing I have. Looks like my original Discord user account is clear. Nothing's been coming out of it. So I'm going to reactivate that. If anything does come through, let me know and I'll shut it down permanently. Okay, and then I'll have the 2 accounts. So if you can't get through to me on one, you can get through to me on the other.
And if you can't get through to him on that, you can come through me.
Yeah, go through Crafty and she'll
because
pass
I can
on.
hound you in different ways.
Yeah, exactly. And she's the only one that has my WhatsApp and the only one that will ever have it.
Because I'm special.
That's right. You are very special. You go to work in that special bus.
Yeah.
And you sit there. You sit in a special seat. But no.
It is good to hear you having a laugh, and I know this is a difficult time for you at the moment, so having a laugh with friends is needed.
And if that wasn't bad enough, I got to teach algebra this week. Oh God,
have fun.
The bane of my existence.
Algebra is as easy as ABC.
Yeah, ABC B plus Q squared.
Yeah.
Equals fuck off.
For fuck's sake, nobody comes through Jeff but through me.
That's
Crafty.
Hey! I'm not God. I'm dyslexic. I sit in a corner all day contemplating dog.
He's the Don. He's the Don.
I'm not the Don.
Yay! Anyway, does remedial class count? No.
No. Just imagine trying to teach the concept of algebra to a bunch of 11-year-olds.
No.
Okay.
Grade 5.
No.
The struggles will be the struggles this coming week will be epic in the classroom.
Have fun.
So, but
I'm just glad it's not me.
Other than
either teaching it or learning it. No, thank you.
Yeah. Other than that, I just want to say thanks to everyone who reached out. I do appreciate it. You guys mean the world to me. I will be back, but I don't know how long it's going to be. Okay, just keep an eye on the Pain of Progress channel. Keep an eye on the Score channel. As soon as something is ready, it's going up. Okay. In the meantime, please, everybody, head on over to Crafty's channel because I'm sure she's got some good stuff coming. We are here. We will always be here. This is the home of your voice, just like the Real Reason stream on my channel. Okay, everybody's got a voice, so you make it worthwhile coming out Sunday nights. That's it. Thanks, everybody.
Well, thank you, Reason, for jumping on. You know you're loved. You know you're loved, and I know it's a hard time, but you'll get back on your feet, and we'll be right here when you do. We'll be waiting for you. We'll be there beside you.
I appreciate that.
Oh, and Taddy. Do you want to?
I'm joking.
What would you like to say to people before we fuck off?
Fuckers.
Who won the match?
Yeah.
2-1-2? 2-1-2?
That's right.
2-1 to Celtic, and I'm not a happy bunny.
That's okay. You can while away your depression by reorganizing your potato drawer.
No comment on that one. Dora says, if you need off-site backup, I can spare a couple of terabytes.
I appreciate that, but I'm going to be arranging for my own. But I might need a little bit of space later on. I'll let you know, Dora. Thank you.
So people are coming out to out of the woodwork to help. That I would have no clue about. Yes, colon. Do you want to say goodbye to people, Taddy?
Bye, people.
Bye, people.
Taddy is a sad bunny.
Yeah. How about you, Crafty? You got anything coming up?
Well, I just did the Oscars thing and addressed that and gave a little bit of context as to why the Oscars in general is problematic. So you can go back and watch that, which is fun. I will be doing more of Keela Talks now that I'm actually able to talk again.
Awesome.
I'm not stuck in the bathroom 22 times a day.
Excellent.
But there will be a lot more content. I'll be doing a lot more creative content as well. I just haven't had the energy to do it. And I genuinely did not think this pregnancy would be so hard on my body or my spirit, but it has. And like I'm in good spirits, but it's just been very hard. So I don't recommend it, but I don't not recommend it. So
Yeah. The hormones are going nuts.
yeah, not every pregnancy is this difficult, but it has been a difficult one. But I'm still happy. So
Yeah. Awesome.
other than that, next week I will be back with Aquila Talks, I hope. And then for Easter, I am fucking off. So I will not be available for Easter holidays. I'm sorry in advance, which is in 2 weeks. Isn't it? Yeah, it's in 2 weeks.
Cool.
So I won't be here. I'm just
Cool.
letting people know now.
All right. That's a good thing to know.
Yeah. I am taking time off to just chill.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I will likely be doing the same, spending it with my brother here in town. So,
Clive says Keela Rance would be a better name. It would probably be a better name, but you know, it's not as catchy. It's not as polite. I have my rants
never
on
shuts
there.
the fuck up.
Keela never shuts the fuck up anyway, so people should be used to that coming onto my channel. But
we love you, dear. We love you.
Yeah, that's why you keep coming back, is to hear my rants. So yeah, next week I will be back with something for Keela Talks. I don't know what yet, but there are some things. There's I have a little bit of a list now that I've kind of organized of what shit I want to talk about. And when the Ukrainian thing is sorted out, I'll be bringing back Ion Society with Ukrainian ambassador, hopefully. So
cool. That'll be so awesome. That'll be so awesome.
Because it's important to learn the lessons of what's happened over the last month or two. So, and to explain it in a rational, non-emotional sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Other than that, people, have a good day or good evening, whichever you choose to have. It is the morning for some people. It is the afternoon here. It's evening over with reason.
Yep.
So enjoy yourselves, whatever you choose to do, and have a good week.
Right.
I might be doing something for my members and patrons during the week if I have time. I apologize if I don't, but yeah, I will see you all soon. Bye.
Cool. Bye, guys.
Laters.